Okay, so this is some Twilight stuff. I was just over at the altar. I got like one set up for my past loved ones, right? And I've mentioned this before several times that it's a good possibility that I should have passed away at least 13 times by now. So if you believe in that sort of thing, how each time, almost like a Mario and Luigi, each time you like respawn, but it's a different reality. And in the past reality, you would have been passed over. So I'm thinking now, because I asked my ancestors, my past loved ones, for help. And not all the time do I always remember to show gratitude for when I do receive help, signs, synchronicities, you name it, whatever relates to my situation and how I could see how they've helped me in some way. Now, that being said, I thought about it and it's really creepy what I'm going to say, but the idea that they've passed away, each on a specific timeline, okay? So my Nono would have passed away, what was it? 2002. Was it 2002 he passed away? And then my dad, he passed away in 2014. And then Granny 2012. Or maybe 2016 and 2014. I don't know. It's been 9 years for my dad this November. Anyways, get back to the point. So I look to them for help. And on my current timeline, where I am, where I stand right now, me being in this existence cognitively, what I understand, they're not here with me in the flesh. However, they're helping me. However, each of the times that I may have passed away, like some of which were very young. I'm pretty sure I almost passed away several times when I was just an infant, toddler, child, teeny bopper, teenager, you know. And if you were to think of the way you interact with them, there's certain things that come through. And I was just standing at the sink, you know, and I was just thinking, like, what if we're interacting with each other on a level that in their timeline that they're still alive? They're interacting with me in a sense that was not still alive, that I had already passed away in some retrospect, like I've already been gone. So they are communicating with me as a past loved one. And as I communicate with them here, as they are the past loved ones. So it's like an intertwined sort of, if you think of like a synapse of your brain, or like a web, or even like a dream catcher, anything like that, just the whole idea of that and how each of the realities are still interconnected. And this is what I've said before too, the whole idea of past, present, and future all playing out at the same time. The whole idea of getting your deja vu, how you've already been through something, or you've already envisioned something that's happened, and then it plays out in front of you and you're like, stop for a second. Remember the Matrix, movie The Matrix, how the black cat goes by? Then he looks over and the black cat goes by again. He's like, oh, it was a glitch or something like that. But that idea that there is overlapping timelines, there is overlapping, you know, interactions with maybe past loved ones or yourself, or, you know, there's a guy, I think, even that admitted that he's met his future self. He went through some sort of time lapse or time overlapping, or something like that. And he got to meet his future self, and he had proof and everything. And took it back with him, or I don't know, lots of stories like that. But yeah, I was just, bringing an offering. Okay, it sounds funny. I was eating peas, like a pod from the garden, and I was like, oh, want to give like an offering like you do on an altar. And I was like, all I have right now are peas. So I opened one up and it had 5. And I was like, oh, perfect. Went over. I gave one to my nono. I gave one to my dad. I gave one to my granny. And there's one at the very top. It's a picture of me as a child on a swing. When I was a kid, I freaking hated peas. The texture, even trying to put a spoonful in my mouth, like I would gag. I hated peas. Thinking of the spelling. Anyway, so I put one at the top and it rolled back towards me. And I took it. I was like, oh, right, I forgot. Just jokingly, if you could do that with yourself when it comes to certain things. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. So, and then I go over to the sink to throw the other bit of it out. And I was just standing there and I was washing something. And I was like, oh my God. It's like me interacting with my past loved ones. I was like, what if they're interacting with me and they're alive in whatever state they're in? And I just stood there for a second, like one of those moments that you have with deja vu, like, oh, that's some Twilight shit right there.